Thank you very much. I'm Kim Brunhuber. I work for CBC's The National. They had actually asked Adrian Harewood to come out and do this event tonight, but he wasn't available to do so, so they asked me, the only other black guy who works for the CBC. So I'm very flattered to be here. Yeah, thank you. In the next hour, 6 common law professors will compete to give their best law lecture in 5 minutes. So they're going to try and wow you, try and dazzle you, or at the very least, try not to put you to sleep. You guys get to choose who wins.
Oh, it's tough competition, yes.
Are you frightened?
Oh, absolutely.
I am not going to be singing, and I'm not going to be dancing. Just a straight act.
Professor, is that a lucky bow tie?
This is my lucky bow tie, yes indeed.
I love the bow ties, that's my favorite thing. That definitely helps, an edge ahead of the others.
Shaking at the knees.
Some of Angela's other interests include perfecting the method for neatly folding a fitted sheet and eating chocolate.
I think the precision required to teach the rule against perpetuities closely mirrors the precision required to neatly fold a fitted sheet.
Some little-known facts about Ian include that he set a telephone pole on fire when he was 5, almost landing his mother in jail.
Now, did you know that Professor Kerr set a telephone pole on fire as a kid?
I did not know this.
How do you feel about him now? He's a little unlawful, if you ask me.
I don't know. I think it adds to the Kerr effect.
A group full of very, very talented people here, but I'm gonna smoke them.
You know, I've been doing my stretching, I've warmed up the vocal cords, I've been doing my creative visualization, I think I'm ready. Yeah, go Linda Collins!
Professor Collins teaches one of the driest subjects, but she makes it so interesting that you want to come to class every day, and I love it.
There's a lot of difference between standing in front of law students and standing on the stage of the National Arts Centre. Not the least is the distance between you and the people who are observing you perform.
The doctrine of consideration boils down to 3 quite straightforward words. Quid. Quid. Pro. Pro. Quo. Quo. Something in exchange for something else. I told you that the plaintiff is always a broken-hearted promisee. Now that is the perfect setting for a country western song. Twang, twang, my broken heart. On the other side, the lion cheating the defendant, definitely a rock and roll attitude.
So first of all, let's define our terms. What is a toxic tort? Is it a poison pie? Does it have anything to do with dessert? No. If corporations, which rule the world, have a legal duty to put profit first, this is bad. My second thought, okay, we've got 2 options. There's 2 obvious options here. Number 1, have a revolution and overthrow capitalism. You know? But frankly, speaking for myself, who has the time? You know, it's very time consuming. You have to wear the funny hats. People get hurt. I'm a pacifist.
Us profs at the University of Ottawa Faculty of Law, are prepared to say what we mean and are prepared to tell it like it is. So I want to do that. So my topic is, why is Canada a lie? So how then can Canada claim a legal right to the territory such as to assert its laws and government, ignoring the competing interests of the Algonquin to do the same? The only logical... Sorry about that. I didn't realize how loud that gunshot sound would be.
All right, here we go. Okay, so let's begin from the premise that the common law likes 2 things in relation to private property. The first is it likes us to be able to pass it freely from one person to the other. You've had control over this property for way too long. You've been dead for 300 years. It's time for this property to re-enter the economy appropriately, and it's time for the next generation of people to take that personal right to control what they want to do with their own private property.
The first recorded case of tax avoidance is 4,000 years old in Mesopotamia. You may remember Mesopotamia, you may not. And a king who was at war needed money. And so he says, okay, I will levy a small tax, let's say 10 cents, for you to cross this bridge to go to the other side of the river to farm. The citizens do not like that levy. So they consult a tax lawyer. And the tax lawyer says, swim across the river. And so that's what they start to do. They start swimming to avoid the tax.
Here's how the class begins. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're finishing up our discussion on Section 15 of the Charter. Please listen carefully as I review the words of the guarantee. Every individual is equal before and under the law.
I am correct in judging Vern Krishna as the winner.
I kept thinking, and I say this with all sincerity, I wish my professors way back 35 years ago had been nearly of the same caliber as my colleagues are here today.